is a two-time Academy Award winner. He recently received a Golden Globe nomination for his performance in The Shipping News. Please welcome Kevin Spacey.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm getting up there.
You okay?
I'm an old man now. How are you?
Everything's changed since I was last here.
Yeah, look at that set. Isn't it crazy?
It's New York, baby.
It's New York.
It's New York, New
It's
York.
a real window, by the way. It doesn't look like it at home.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 30 degrees in here right now.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm happy to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah, you know what? I got to say, and I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but the last time you were here, you blew me away with the best Christopher Walken impression I had ever seen. Which, and a lot of people try a Christopher Walken. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But I'd love just a little Christopher Walken for old time's sake.
Maybe I'll work up to it.
No one talks like that.
Do I get a reward? Oh, here.
Yeah.
Ah, you got the vodka. Good.
Yeah, that's very nice. NBC approved. And you have it. Is it true you do Al Pacino or you don't do Al Pacino?
I have done Al because I worked with Al, and one of the exciting things about working with actors like Al is you get a chance to watch them every day, and then you get to work up an impression, and then one day, if you're brave enough, they catch you at it. You know, like you're doing it to somebody else.
Al Pacino caught you?
Yeah, yeah, you know, like you're doing it to somebody else. Or he heard that I did an impression of him. So one night at dinner, he said to me, "So, I hear you do me. That ought to be funny."
I would be scared.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, I'll do that.
Now, a lot of great buzz on Shipping News. People are talking about this film.
Well, it's just started. I mean, you know, it opened Christmas Day. It's in about 186 theaters. So, so it's just beginning. It grows wide across the country on the 18th. So it's just beginning to sort of find people are beginning to learn about it and hear about it. And the Golden Globe was a sort of a big surprise because we hadn't even opened yet. So it kind of put us on the map. It was
confirmation that you're doing something right.
It was great.
I'm looking at, I'm watching the film today, and you clearly shot this. I mean, it takes place in
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, not Newfoundland.
No, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, which is next to Newfoundland.
Yes.
But you clearly shot it there because you can't. I mean, you're clearly like, oh my God, that guy's. It looks like the end of the earth.
It's unlike anywhere else I've ever been. It is a place that they actually call the Rock. And for people that don't know, it is, if you went up to Toronto and then made a right turn toward the Atlantic Ocean and got to Halifax and then made another right turn actually into the Atlantic Ocean, that's where the Rock is.
That's some car you've got.
Thanks. Thanks. It's a Mini Cooper, actually. And they call it the Rock. And I found the most interesting thing about this place is that when you drive from the small fishing village that we shot in called Port Reston to St. John's, you pass a number of cities, the names of which unlike I've ever heard. Conception Bay, Dildo West.
No, wait a minute. There is not a Dildo West.
There is a Dildo West, as well as there is a Dildo East.
Right.
And my favorite, and really this is strange, Come By Chance.
Is the name of a place.
It's the name of a town. So I figured this, that either when the people who founded Newfoundland named these cities, either everybody was getting some or nobody was getting any.
They were clearly thinking about it a lot.
They were clearly thinking about it a lot, and plus they call it the Rock. So I mean, the place is just there's something going on.
Yeah, I love the idea
something
that
in the water.
If you're giving somebody directions and you run a whole bunch of those together, it would just sound like an obscene phone call.
Yeah, yeah. Or another trip through Hollywood.
But more on that later.
Yeah.
You worked with Dame Judi Dench.
That is correct,
in this
sir.
film, and I just actually went to a premiere not too long ago for this Iris Murdoch movie, and she was in the audience, and I was looking at her, and she's such a great actress. She's a very intimidating presence.
I adore her. I found her really great fun, and she's the kind of person, somewhat typically British, that when she says that she will honor someone or do something, agrees to do something, she will not change her mind. And in this case, she had promised to stay in Newfoundland one weekend to take a photograph. And I was pleading with her to come to New York with me, because we had a couple of days off, and if you could get a couple of days off with the weather that we were facing,
right,
you'd take it. So I said, I'll take you to the producers, I'll bring you to town, and I even promised her that if she came to New York with me, I would teach her how to ride my Zappy scooter in Central Park.
Describe the Zappy scooter for me, because there are actually people on our show have seen you on the Zappy scooter.
Apparently, I almost ran over somebody on your show on my Zappy.
Someone was like stepping off a curb, and they're just like, and they stepped back, and they looked, and they said, it's Kevin Spacey on an electrified scooter.
That's right.
And I thought, you've got to stop drinking, you know? It's clearly a...
Well, the thing about the Zappy is it's electric, so you don't hear it coming, which is why I can... If I was in Come by Chance, of course, you would hear it coming.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. But, so you don't hear it coming, and what it is it's actually like a skateboard with handlebars. You stand on it. It's not like a Vespa. So you stand on it. So I took Judy to Central Park, and I taught, well, I taught her, I started to teach her in the hotel, the hallway of the hotel that I was staying at, and she crashed into the wall, and I told her everybody does that.
Right.
And I did it myself, and then I took her out into Central Park, and about 10 times, I had to run with her, you know, to sort of hold her up, because I also didn't tell her that this particular Zappy was the one I'd had turboed.
It goes 60 miles an hour.
It actually goes about 24 miles an hour, as opposed to the 12 that it normally would go. But she was determined to get on it, and at one point we were walking back to the hotel, and she finally said, I want to try it again. And she got on the Zappy, and I let go, and there she was zooming down Central Park West. This is one of the great dames of the American theater, British theater, and as she passed this group of tourists, they suddenly recognized her, and she was, you know, and they said, "Don't you have something to do with James Bond?" And she said, "Yes, I'm his boss," and kept
Took off. Completely nonplussed.
Totally nonplussed.
You played ping pong with her on the set. Is that right?
Yes. I don't demand much when I'm traveling.
Right.
But the one thing I do like is a ping pong table in my hotel room. It's a great. Who plays ping pong? Everybody plays ping pong.
It's an infectious game.
It's an infectious game. It's a great way to wind down at the end of the day, and so I taught Judy how to play ping pong, and she's very funny about how she plays, because she tries to psych you out. Because if you do like a great shot, she'll go, "Well, what was that?" And you go, "Well, I just won the point." She goes, "Well, if you're going to play like that, then I don't want to play with you at all." And you're going, "But I just did, that's how you play." "Well, I don't want to play like that. That's, It's a horrible way to play." But she
it's
actually,
almost rude. It's rude to win.
She picked it up really, really well, and then I also taught her how to play pool at the local bar that we went to.
Wow. So
and by game 2, she was racking them. I mean, she's great. She's a great dame.
Now let's talk about the That's one of the advantages of being a dame.
You can
it's not
actually
disrespectful.
Say,
what a dame
what
she
a dame
is.
she is. But don't call her a dame.
No, I won't. I won't do that.
Don't call her a dame.
I will not. I don't think I'll be running into her anytime soon.
I'm
not allowed.
Isn't she coming this
week?
week?
Probably. Is she going to be here?
I hope she's coming.
No, she's not going to be here.
Damn that dame.
The shipping news. We have a clip here, but tell people, give them a taste for what this movie's about. So this clip.
This is a film, for anyone who's seen films that I've done before, this is not like a kind of character I've played ever in a film before. I play a very downbeaten man who is really trying to find himself and trying to find his life. And he goes back to his ancestral home in Newfoundland to sort of rediscover himself, and he falls in love. And I think that the clip we're going to show is sort of one of the first awkward beats between the effervescent Julianne Moore, who plays my love interest in the film. It's one of our first kind of meetings where I offer her a ride with her son.
Let's take a look at this clip from the shipping news.
Hi.
Hi.
You guys need a ride?
Thanks, but Harry likes to walk.
Oh, well, it's a nice day for a walk.
Mr. Coyle, about the other day, I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot.
No, that's all right. I was way off base. I admire anybody that works with kids. That's the hardest job in the world. I'm a journalist myself.
Really? Have you seen our local paper? Strictly fish ripe.
I'm the new reporter there.
Oh, no, I'm sure That'll do, yeah. Good luck to you.
Not good initial chemistry there.
Yeah. But we...
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
The Shipping News is now playing in select cities. It opens nationwide on January 18th. And congratulations again.
Thank you very much,
nomination.
and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, and thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, you're kidding.
Really a pleasure. Kevin Spacey, everyone. Jennifer Connelly coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.